Hey, what's up everyone? So 2019 is fast approaching and there's a lot of DCTV shows coming out next year. So I'm gonna go over the 10 that I'm most anticipating. And there are some that are coming on that I haven't seen the first few seasons of, or I just can't watch. Like Watchmen, I'm unable to watch that because I don't have HBO. And I don't want to pay for HBO just to watch Watchmen. Krypton, I haven't seen the first season of Krypton, so it won't be on the list. The only show that didn't make the list that I will be watching is Batwoman. The Elseworlds crossover didn't give me much hope for that show. I didn't really like the character of Batwoman in the crossover. We didn't see much of her, so I'm ready to see more. Hopefully the show proves me on. But with that being said, let's jump into the top 10. Coming in at number 10 is The Flash, the second half of Season 5. The first half of Season 5 I didn't really like. There's like an episode or two I liked. The Death of Vibe is probably my favorite episode in the first half. The premiere was okay, it was pretty good as a premiere, and the 100th episode, it was honestly pretty disappointing to me. I wish we would have gotten more of the past villains, but the tease at the end has me excited for this last part of the season, because I don't think Cicada is going to be the main villain. I think it's going to be someone else that they've teased, and I won't spoil it for anyone that hasn't seen it. But overall, I'm not that excited for The Flash. Next is going to be Swamp Thing. I'm very curious about Swamp Thing. I don't know much about the character, so I'm definitely ready to learn more about him. Having James Wan behind the show definitely excites me. Aquaman wasn't that amazing to me, but it gives me confidence. I know James Wan is a competent director. He hasn't really directed a bad film. So just having him behind this, knowing that DC has confidence in him, I'm really ready for the show. Next on the list is Stargirl, and this is another character I don't know a lot about. I probably wouldn't even know who the character is if it wasn't for Justice League Unlimited. But just knowing that the JSA, Justice Society of America, is going to be in this season, and the more we learn about the show, the more I get excited. I really like the JSA episode of Legends of Tomorrow, and we didn't learn a whole lot about those characters, so I'm definitely looking forward to learning more about them, especially Stargirl. This is just a show I can't be super excited for until I see a trailer. Coming in at number 7 is Harley Quinn, and I don't know about this show. I'm skeptical about the show, but I really do enjoy the character of Harley Quinn. I'm really curious to see what they do with the show. I don't know if Batman or anyone like that's going to be in it. They could throw Nightwing in there. Have no idea who's going to be in the show along with her. I think Poison Ivy will probably make an appearance sooner or later because their dynamic is something that really appeals to most fans. And I'm assuming she's going to be more of an anti-hero in this show, so Batman and Nightwing probably won't even be the enemy. It'll probably be just random street thugs. I don't know who the big bad will be, if there is a big bad. I'm definitely interested to find out more. And Harley Quinn has just always been one of those characters that appeals to me. Also, since DC Universe is building this universe, this connected universe with their live-action shows, I'm curious to see if Harley Quinn is going to kickstart an animated universe, or if it's going to connect to Young Justice. Honestly, don't think it should connect to Young Justice, because I just don't think that would fit. I'd definitely love to see them attempt another connected universe, though. We haven't really had one since the DC animated universe with Batman the Animated Series through Justice League Unlimited, which is my favorite connected universe, so I definitely hope they try to make a new connected animated universe. Next on the list is Arrow, the second half of Season 7. The first half I was very divided on. The prison stuff was pretty good. For the most part, I love the prison stuff. Some of it was just okay in my opinion. Everything outside the prison stuff wasn't that great in my opinion. Some characters really drug the show down for me at times. Mainly Felicity and Donna, but I would love to see them do more with Diggle and Wild Dog. Those are two of my favorite characters, and I don't think they've really gotten too much to do this season. I really don't know where the show's gonna go from here on, so I can't get too excited for it, but the first half of the season did enough to get me excited for the second half, so I'm still looking forward to it. Kicking off the top 5 is Legends of Tomorrow. The first half was very hit and miss for me. The first 3 episodes were really good in my opinion, then it kinda dropped off, and episode 7, it kinda got back up there for me because of the Constantine stuff, and episode 8 was a really good mid-season finale. And the reason I am so excited for the second half of this season is John Constantine. I absolutely love the character, and it looks like he's going to be the main focus of the second half because it revealed Neron, who seems to be the main villain. Looks like he's driving Project Hades, who is working with Nate's father, so I definitely hope Constantine and Nate have a large part to do with the second half, Because I'm loving Nate this season, we just haven't gotten much of him, and Constantine is by far my favorite character in the show. He's probably my favorite character in the entire Arrowverse. I absolutely love Matt Ryan's portrayal of the character. Coming in at number 4 is Doom Patrol. I am so excited for this show because of the Titans episode. I absolutely fell in love with these characters in that episode of the show. It was such a great way to introduce them. Had no idea who these characters were before the show. The only one I know that's in the show is Cyborg, of course, and I'm super excited for Cyborg. I'm ready to see more Negative Man, more Robot Man, more Elastigirl. I have no idea about Crazy Jane. I know nothing about her, so I'm interested to find out more about her. After that Chief tease at the end of the Doom Patrol episode of Titans, I'm interested to see where that goes. I'm just interested to see more of the characters' dynamics with each other. We know Robot Man and Negative Man have a great dynamic with each other. They seem to have a great dynamic with Elastigirl. I'm excited to see their dynamic towards Cyborg and Crazy Jane. I just want to see how all these characters interact. I want to know if this will be a more lighthearted show. Judging by the teaser they dropped earlier this month, I would assume that it's going to be more lighthearted. I'm sure it's still going to have dark aspects. But hopefully it's not as dark as Titans, because as much as I love Titans, having every show be that dark would just be unsatisfying. It'd be unpleasing, to be honest. Like, you want a different tone from every show, even if it's slightly different. So I'm definitely looking forward to this show. February 15th, can't get here soon enough. And number 3 is Gotham. I cannot wait for this season. It's the 5th and final season. I love season 4, especially the back half. It's my favorite season of Gotham by far. Jeremiah as their Joker right now, I don't know. I just hope he leads into that more insane, manic Joker, and I think he's going to. He's just too calm right now. Penguin and Riddler, I'm ready to see more with them, of course. They're two of my favorite characters in the show. Penguin is my favorite character in the show. I love Gotham's interpretation of the character. The trailers and teases we've gotten of Season 5, they look great for the most part. They do look kind of crowded. Bane looks awful. Like, Bane looks terrible. I'm not looking forward to Bane in the show. I don't think they should be introducing Bane. They've already set up enough characters. They already have enough characters set up from past seasons. They set up plenty at the end of Season 4. The Season 4 finale set up a ton of villains. So my only worry about this season is that it's going to be too crowded for 12 episodes, that it needs more than 12 episodes to tell the story with all these villains. And I feel like in order for them to tell a good story, they're not going to be able to use a lot of these villains they set up, which won't bother me really. I just want them to tell a good story. They don't need to use all these villains. They have 12 episodes. Just tell a good story. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm going to be kind of sad to see Gotham go. But runner-up on the list is Young Justice Season 3. We've been waiting 6 years for this show to finally come back. This show is one of the best DC animated shows, one of the best superhero animated shows, one of the best superhero shows overall ever made. The storytelling in the show is just amazing, and it blows me away. I don't know why this got canceled. It should have never got canceled. It is a great show, and after the tease at the end of Season 2, I cannot wait for Season 3. I hope they pay that off in some way. They don't have to fully pay it off. I just hope they show us that it's still going to get paid off in the future if it doesn't get paid off this season. Also, the characters in the show, they are so well fleshed out, and you can connect with them. I cannot wait to spend more time with these characters. I'm ready to see the new characters they introduce. I'm just ready to see the story they tell. I have no doubt that this season is going to be as great as the first two were. And I was somewhat tempted to put this at number 1 just because we've been waiting so long, and it is a great show. But number 1, it's not even confirmed for 2019, but I'm having hope that it comes fall 2019. Titans Season 2, I'm absolutely looking forward to this season. Season 1 blew me away. I think it's the best season of DCTV ever made. I know a lot of people would disagree with me on that, but I just enjoyed this show so much. It had great storytelling, great characters. I'm hoping the CGI and the editing gets improved in Season 2, but everything else can stay. Everything else was amazing. Those two things were the only flaws in my opinion, and if they can improve on that in Season 2 will be even better in my opinion. I'm looking forward to a certain character they've teased that they're going to introduce in Season 2. Just looking forward to spending time with more of these characters. I'm hoping we get more of certain characters. Season 1 focused a lot on Dick Grayson. I'm hoping Season 2 still focuses on him, of course, because he's my favorite character, but I'm hoping it focuses more on the other characters because I want to learn more about them. I want to spend more time with them, and it needs to spend more time with them for it to be considered a Titan show and not just a Dick Grayson show. And that's a major complaint a lot of people had with the first season, which I see where they're coming from, but it's called Titans for a reason, and I have no doubt that they were planning for the future. When making the show, Dick Grayson was the main appeal. They had a story to tell with him, they told it, so they can move on, they can tell a story with the rest of the Titans, and it can be more like a Titan show from here on. Season 1 was a great Dick Grayson story, a great origin story for the formation of the team. I am so excited for Season 2. So that's my list. Let me know in the comments down below, what show are you most excited for? What show are you ready for in 2019? Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys sometime.
I remember the night we met. You told me the world may seem dark.
There is light.